Hiya, Angie Brown here. How you doing? You good? I hope so. Anyway, today's video is all about those random little everyday things that really get on your nerves. Now, some of them might not be so random, and some might also be for a specific group of people, but I think you get the gist. For example, let me just say this, case in point. How many times do you think that I've sat down to do this video? Now, I know you don't know. I'm just being extra and dramatic. The answer is 3. 3 times. This is the 3rd time that I've actually sat down to record this video. The first time was the other day. I got everything ready, I prepared the scene. I did my hair, I did my makeup. I got the phone ready because I record on my phone. I put it on the tripod. Everything was brilliant. I sat down, I tested everything. Everything was up and running beautifully. And I started recording. I was vibing, I was doing my thing. I was feeling happy, I was liking it. I was loving what I was doing. Now, when I record, I like to do one big take. And if I make mistakes, I'll just pause and redo over what I made a mistake in. And that's what I did. So this recording took about more or less an hour. And I was happy with it. And I thought, great, I've done it in an hour. Everything seems wonderful. I'm done for the day. Took the phone off the tripod, played it back. No sound. I couldn't believe it. I thought, no. This can't be happening. Do you know that I actually took the phone and started to shake it in the hopes that the sound would fall out? I don't know, that something would happen by some miracle. It was just a glitch, and if I shook it hard enough, the sound would come back. Suffice it to say, it didn't work. The sound wasn't there. I was so annoyed. It wasn't even funny. I thought, oh, hell no, I ain't doing this again. So I got up, I went next door, I made myself a hot drink, I sat down, I watched something on YouTube, I chilled, but I still had on my clothes and everything, and I thought, okay, Ange, take a deep breath, find your center, and go and do it again. But I was so annoyed, I was just so irritated. I put the phone back on the tripod, and I just assumed that everything was in place as it was before as I left it. Well, it wasn't. The framing was all wrong. My head was cut off, but the on-air sign behind me was cut in half. It was a mess. And I didn't check it before I started recording, so I recorded it again in that condition. When I saw it and played it back, I just started to laugh. What can I do but laugh? I thought, okay, today is not the day. So I just closed shop. I just put everything away and I thought, okay, I'm done. So here I am again today. Hopefully, 3rd time lucky. Now enough of me talking, enough faffing about. So if you're ready to get into this video, so if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into it, shall we? Now, this first one is really for a specific group of people, and that is for musicians. And so I thought I would put it first and get it out of the way. And that is that when we're doing sound check. Now, sound check is the rehearsal that we do before we do the show. And that is that we're on stage and every instrument tries their instrument to make sure that everything is up and running and working properly. And we do it one by one. The others remain silent while the person who's checking does their thing. Why is it that every time I'm doing sound check, everybody else is quiet, but the guitarist is always there strumming away, head down, eyes closed, and just strumming away, completely oblivious to everybody else around him. Now, I've heard people say that it's the sax player that does it. Some say it's the drummer that's always there fiddling about with his sticks and making. For me, in my personal experience, it's the guitarist. Love them to bits, but they can be so annoying. I'm just saying. Now you're sitting down to watch something or do something on the internet. maybe watch YouTube, maybe watch live soundtrack. And all of a sudden, you see that buffering icon that going round and round to say that internet is slow. It is so annoying. It is so irritating when the internet is slow. Or if you're watching something in streaming, a film or a series in streaming, and it stutters and starts because internet is slow. It is so irritating. It is most definitely up there on the annoying meter. What do you think? Now, I have a house phone, but I don't really use it. Everything I do, all my communications and stuff, I do on my cell phone. And I keep the landline active because I do have a few elderly family members who prefer to call on the house phone. How many times have I been in bed, maybe early morning, and I've heard the phone go, and I think, oh my goodness, maybe somebody needs something, maybe it's a family member, pick up the phone, and you hear the other voice on the other side saying, are you happy with your internet provider? Some telemarketers, I tell you, they are so annoying. I don't know what it's like with you guys in whatever country you are listening to, but over here, it's like a constant 8, 9, 10 of these telemarketing calls every single day. It is so annoying. Sometimes when I'm really frustrated and annoyed, I'm really rude and gruff, and I'll pick up the phone and say, hello? Yes, what do you want? And the person on the other side says, oh, sorry, excuse me, I think I've got the wrong number. But I know it's horrible, but come on now. I'm there working, recording, doing what I have to do, and these people are calling me non-stop. At least call me once or twice, but 8, 9, 10 times a day. You know what? If I'm horrible to them, they deserve it, and they get what they get. Have you ever been around the table with someone and you're eating and you're enjoying your meal, but all you can hear is the other person just chewing loudly with their mouth open? Can't bear it. Can't stand it. I hate it. It is so annoying. And, you know, it puts you in the position to have to say, excuse me, do you think that you can close your mouth? Why are you eating like that? And it's embarrassing to have to say it, but I have to, because I just cannot enjoy my meal if I have to watch somebody's mouth going up and down, hearing that sound, and maybe seeing the food in their mouth. Ugh, please don't do it to me. So yeah, that to me is definitely an 8 or a 9 on the annoying meter. What is it for you? Now, before I spoke about when the internet is slow. It's slow, it's stuttery, but at least it's there. In my house, when the Wi-Fi is down and there's no internet at all, ooh, it is a catastrophe, a major disaster. My daughter starts whining. It's like the worst thing ever. What she's supposed to do now. And I myself, to be honest, it's annoying when I can't watch my stuff and I can't do what I want to do. So yeah, when the internet goes down, that is absolutely one of the most annoying things ever. What is it with these new bottles that they have these tops that you can't screw them off? They're a part of the ring that's around the bottleneck, so that when you're drinking, the top is still on it and the top squishes up against your nose and it's really uncomfortable and annoying. What is it? Why did they do that? Why did they feel the need to change these bottles? They were perfectly functional before. Now, I'm sure there's a reason for it. I'm sure there must be, but I don't like it and it's really annoying. What do you think? Now, if you live in an apartment, one of the most annoying things is to hear someone upstairs walking around in stiletto heels and all you hear is clip, 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 clip. They're walking around as if they weigh like 700 pounds, and they're just walking and just clumping away, completely oblivious that people underneath them have to hear all of that. Yeah, it is really, really annoying. And another thing that gets to me too when you live in an apartment is that I get that people want to renovate their homes. I get that. I really do. I'm all for it. But do you have to be using a hammer and a drill at 8 o'clock in the morning? Especially on a Saturday, when it's the one day where you can just chill, lie in and relax. No, you have to hear your neighbor banging away and drilling away. Do you know the amount of times I've had to fight myself, literally hold myself back from going upstairs and saying, really? Seriously? Saturday morning? 8 o'clock? But you know what? I want to be a peaceful neighbor, and I'm sure that I probably do annoying things too. I'm a musician, I write music. Sometimes I might be a little bit too loud, and nobody complains about me. So you know what? Live and let live. I'll let this one go. How many times have you sat down to dinner and you're enjoying your meal, but you leave on your plate the thing that you like the most because you want to wait until the end so you can savor it, savor that juicy morsel, and you get to the end of your meal and you put that morsel on your fork and you're just about to pop it into your mouth, then pluff, it falls on the floor. I mean, how many times has that happened to you? Don't lie. You know that it's happened to you before, and it's annoying as hell. You've waited so long to enjoy that thing at the end of the meal just for it to fall on the floor. It's just like, I'm going to hurt somebody. I'm going to hurt somebody. But you don't really want to make a big deal out of it, because how do you look making a big deal over food? It makes you look greedy and gluttonous. So you just laugh it off and play it off. But deep down, you could really hurt somebody. I know. I feel it. I felt it. I know you have too. You can lie and say you haven't, but I know you have. It's really, really annoying. I feel your pain. I really do. Do you remember back in the day with the CDs and the DVDs, how hard it was to get the plastic off them? How irritating and annoying it was. Even if you had nails, you couldn't get underneath it to pull away the plastic. Now people don't really use CDs and stuff, but now there's still things that they have the plastic on them. I don't know, I hate stuff which has the plastic on them, and you just cannot open them no matter what you do, and they're so tightly wrapped onto the stuff and you can't get your nails into it. Who wants to break a nail over some stupid thing with the plastic on it? Very, very annoying. Do you agree? Now you're on the phone with customer service, or you're making an appointment, a doctor's appointment, or whatever it is you're doing, and they tell you, please hold the line. So you're on the line and you're waiting, and 1 minute passes, and 2 minutes passes, 5 minutes passes. Now you're annoyed at this point and you want to hang up, but you've invested so much time already. And it's like, if I hang up now, it's null and void all the time that I've spent waiting. And maybe the next one is me. So I can't give up. And so you hang on to the phone and you hang on for 10, 20, half an hour. Waiting on the phone for someone to get back to me and answer a query or to fix an appointment is definitely very, very annoying. Is it for you too? Now, I don't eat a lot of takeaways or junk food, but every now and again, if the spirit takes me, or if I just have a little bit of a fancy, that's what I want to eat, right? So I go and make my order, and when I get home, I get undressed, because I like to be relaxed when I'm eating, open up the bag, and only half my order is there. And what I was looking forward to the most isn't there. That is so annoying. But you know what? No way in hell am I going to get dressed again, jump in my car and go back just to query it and get back the food. But I just put it down to this. At the end of the day, serves me right because I shouldn't be eating junk food anyway. So I'll put it down to that and I'll leave it at that. Now, one of the things that I really can't stand, that is that whenever I get a new device, and I've got a new phone recently, is that for some reason I can never remember the passwords. And it's a mess because all the apps and the things that I use, I can't remember them. Now I have Chrome, and on Chrome, a lot of the things are saved, right? But when they start asking, what's your Google password? I can't remember. I can never remember. Now, a little trick that I learned was that I tried to write down all my passwords and then put them somewhere safe. That's wonderful. But the problem with that is I never remember where I put them. So I might as well not bother. So yeah, it's a mess. I can never remember. And it really is annoying. Now, unfortunately, I'm getting older, and the older I get, the slower I get. So because I know that I'm slow, when I have an appointment or whenever I'm going somewhere, I make sure that I start getting ready early so that, I can get there on time. All this to say, if I can arrive at the cinema on time, you can arrive at the cinema on time. It is so annoying when the film has started. I'm sitting there looking at the big screen, taking it in, enjoying it, and people are just coming in and walking by, and they might want to walk by on the row of seats where I'm sitting, so I have to kind of get up and let them pass. I'm telling you, it irritates the hell out of me. And to go even further when it comes to the cinema, those that talk, there's always a group of people, usually younger people, that will sit behind you, and it's like a yap, 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 all the way through. I can't stand it. And I will kind of like turn, and although it's dark, I hope they will kind of like get it that I'm annoyed and I'm not amused, and they need to shut the hell up. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. And another thing at the cinema, I'm just getting all out when it comes to the cinema. Another thing at the cinema, and I'm sorry, but when they have their kids behind me and the kid is just kicking my seat, and I turn around and I look and I'm looking at the parent to say, get your kid in check because your kid is annoying me. And then nothing happens. And then I have to turn around and say, and try to be sweet and say, could you stop kicking my chair, please? But come on now, control your kids, because that constant kicking of my chair when I'm trying to relax and take in and enjoy the film, it's annoying as hell. And tell me that it's not. Now, this one is a bit of a poke at my family. And I'm sorry, I'm honest, and I have to say it, and I have to get it off my chest, because it is what it is. Why is it that when I go into the kitchen in the morning, I know exactly what has been eaten? Why do I have to see sugar granules all over the countertop? Why do I see biscuit crumbs and bread crumbs? Do I look like Hansel and Gretel to you? Clean up behind you. It's not that hard, but apparently it is. I'm just saying. And again with the family, why do I open the fridge and see 2-3 cartons of milk and all 3 of them are open? Why? Why is that necessary? How am I supposed to know now which is the fresh milk and which is the stale one? Because I want to use the most fresh ones, but I don't know. So guess what? I end up throwing them all away, because why should I risk drinking stale milk? So yeah, this is something that I say constantly to my family. And to be honest, they say that I do it too. I don't know about that. I don't think I do. But I plead the fifth. Now, every now and again, I like to go on walks. Why is it that there's always one sock just the one, and it's usually my right foot that will slip down underneath my heel and underneath the sole of my feet. What does that happen? Am I the only one? Tell me that I'm not. It is so annoying. If it was the both of them, but no, just the one, just the right foot. It doesn't matter what sock. And I always check them to make sure that the elastic in them is okay. It's going to fit okay. Doesn't matter what sock I wear, my right foot slips down. I've given up at this point. I really have. I really have. Now, I don't watch a lot of TV. I prefer to watch things online in streaming. That way I can decide what I watch and when I want to watch it. But on the rare occasion, there might be like a good film on, and I think, okay, let's sit down and watch the film. Sit down, watch the film, enjoying it. Then the commercials come on, and the volume is so loud. It's like, woo, right? Why is there this disconnect from the audio of the film and the audio of the commercials? Why do they do that? Now, I get it that they want to capture your attention by turning up the volume a little bit, but my hair shouldn't go backwards from the sound. It's crazy. So yeah, that's why every time on the rare occasion that I do watch TV, I say to myself, now this is why I prefer to watch things on streaming. And who can tell me that I'm wrong? When I'm out and about, and especially in closed quarters, like at the doctor's office or doing a document somewhere in some official building, I don't want to hear your telephone conversation. I don't want to know what happened in the office yesterday. I don't care where you're going on vacation. I don't care what happened between you and your wife or your husband or your kids. Why is it that people, they get into these confined spaces and they get on the telephone and they just start shouting and everybody has to know their business? I don't want to know. I don't care. I have my own business to think about. I like to sit back and think about things, what I have to do during the course of the day and what I've done and what I've said. I want to think about my stuff. I don't want to hear or think about yours. So please, I can't stand those people that are so inconsiderate, especially in confined spaces. Do better. Now this one isn't an everyday thing. Maybe it will happen to you once or twice in your lifetime. I don't know. But for me, once or twice is enough. And that is, I know a lot of people might think I'm being horrible. I don't care, because the truth can be spoken. And that is that when you're on a plane and somebody's kid, somebody's baby starts crying, oh my God, it enters into my brain and I just want to just dig my brains out, because the sound is so acute and it's so, right? And you can't do anything. You can't run anywhere. You can't go anywhere. You can't go anywhere and hide and kind of drown out the sound. You know, what can you do? And the parents are probably embarrassed and they don't know what to do and they can't do anything because the baby's going to cry until it's ready to stop. One of those situations where you really can't do anything, but it's annoying. And please don't tell me that I'm wrong for it, because you know it's annoying. It's annoying as hell. Tell the truth. I love kids. I really do. But not on the plane when they're screaming bloody murder. I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. How many times have you washed your car? Because maybe you got an appointment and you want to go somewhere and you want to rock up and your ride is looking good. How many times have you gone outside and found bird crap all over your car? The good car that you've just washed? Tell me it's not annoying. Tell me you don't want to do that sport. What's that sport called? Where they say pull, psh, pull, psh. Tell me you don't want to do that with the birds. Probably not one of the most irritating things on the list, but it is annoying all the same. This one I did this morning, setting out, doing the video. I was putting up the tripods and things like that, and I hit my toe. Stubbing your toe on furniture can be so hurtful and annoying and the pain, and sometimes it's funny because you hit your toe, right, and the pain doesn't come straight away. And you think, okay, that wasn't too bad. Maybe I won't. And the pain just takes over. So yeah, painful and annoying at the same time. Do you agree? This one is something that, quite frankly, I would be prepared to fight over. And that is people who cough and sneeze and don't cover their mouths. Especially since COVID. Let me tell you something. If I'm out and about and I see someone just I tell you, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready. I mean, come on now. You look in my direction and you're coughing and you're sneezing. Can't stand it. I hate it. Maybe this is the one on all the list that really gets me, it gets me going, because what does it take? It's just a matter of common decency and respect. You're coughing and you're sneezing. You can't help that. It's a natural thing. If you have to do it, you have to do it. But cover your mouth. Is it that hard? Really, honestly, is it that hard? And while we're at it, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks. Now, as somebody who orders quite a bit, I love to order, and especially from my bestie, Mr. Amazon. How many times have I not gone to the bathroom because I've been waiting for a parcel, and I know that the moment I get up and leave the window, which I'm staring out of, just willing the van to pull up, I know that as soon as I go into the bathroom, the doorbell's gonna ring and it's gonna be a disaster. So I just sit there, just staring. Please tell me that I'm not the only one that does. Please tell me that really, honestly, that I'm not the only one that just sits there waiting for my parcel. And it doesn't matter what it is. It can be the smallest thing. It could be something like a hairpin, which who cares about a hairpin, right? But it could be the smallest thing to the biggest thing. I ordered it and I just want my stuff. So yeah, I would just sit there and wait, not go to the bathroom or anything. But it's annoying because if someone's at home with me, you can rest assured that Mr. Amazon sends his courier first thing in the morning to get it over and done with. If I'm home alone, it will come in the late afternoon, and that means for the whole day, I'm like this, staring through the window, not going to the bathroom, waiting for my stuff. It's crazy, but it happens like that all the time. Too much. I know. Okay, I know. It's just me. It's just me. I'm a mess. I know. Again, I have to go back to my family in this one, and they're going to hate me, but it is what it is. And like I always say, the truth can be spoken. The toilet paper. Because nobody wants to take the responsibility of throwing the empty toilet paper, you know, that the cardboard round cylinder thing inside the toilet paper, nobody wants to throw it away. So in my house, you know what they do? They leave one little square on the toilet paper thing so that they can say, well, it hasn't finished. So that the next person who goes to the bathroom doesn't really have toilet paper. All they have is that one square because people are too lazy to throw the thing away. I'm just saying, it is so annoying. I've spoken about it, but it lands on deaf ears. But you know what? I've learned a long time ago that sometimes you just have to pick your battles. So yeah, I would talk about it, but I'm not going to let toilet paper let me go crazy. You feel me? Have you ever been using the keyboard on your PC and you're writing away and then you realize that there's one letter that keeps sticking and it won't work no matter what you do? And the crazy thing is, it's never an X or a Z, those letters that you don't use. It's always like an A or an E. It is so annoying. It's not something that occurs often, but when it does, annoying as hell. How many times has the auto correction on your phone made you look like an idiot or embarrassed you because it's written something really stupid and you didn't check it before you press send? Then you see what you've written and you think, oh my God, I didn't mean to write that. And you just feel so stupid, like a right mug. But yeah, it's annoying. It's embarrassing, but it's annoying too, right? Now, when I'm doing the housework, I like to be put in a certain kind of mood, and that is, or listen to music or listen to a podcast, something on my phone. So I put on my Bluetooth headphones, and that way I can do whatever I'm doing, and it makes the housework a little bit more enjoyable. Why is it that every now and again the Bluetooth refuses to connect? I'm trying to pair. It's so annoying. And it's always when I've got a lot of things to do and I don't have time to be there faffing about with these stupid headphones. But yeah, the Bluetooth sometimes can be so finicky. It's irritating. But yeah, again, not one of the most irritating things on the list, but still, when it happens, it's annoying as hell. How many times has it happened that I'm running late, I jump in my car, I'm driving, and every single traffic light that I come to is red. And I'm sitting there, revving the engine, rearing to go, but I can't. And I'm getting later and later and later for my appointment. Now I get it, it's my fault. I shouldn't be late, right? But still, it's just like, why are the traffic lights against me? Why are they all red? Are they doing it on purpose? Actually, this happens more than I actually realize that it does. It's crazy. It's like the traffic lights know, and they're doing it on purpose to spite me. How is that possible? Now, this last one is nothing short of miraculous, actually. It's something that should be studied. And it's a silly little thing. Why is it that I will put in the washing machine a pair of socks, but without fail, only one comes out? Can somebody explain that to me? How does that work? I will put 2 pairs of socks in there, look at it, shove it in, see it go in. I'll even see it go around and around. Then when it's time to take them out, I will shake everything, but only one. It's crazy, and it happens all the time. Now, there you go, beautiful people. Now, as annoying as some of these things are, it's kind of fun too when you put it all together because, it's life, right? Let me know how many of these annoying little occurrences happen to you too. How many of them can you actually identify with? I'm sure quite a few. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, to Live Soundtrack, I would love to have you. So please hit that subscribe button. And if you want to leave me a comment, feel free. I would love to read them, no matter what it is that you have to say. Thank you so much for stopping by. I kind of enjoyed this one, even though it was the 3rd time that I did it. But I have to let that go. Poof! It's done now. It's gone. It's history. Thank you so much for stopping by and keeping me company. It's always good to see you. And I can't wait until I see you again. But until then, be kind to yourself and to others. Take care. Bye for now. Ciao.